The Galactic Empire ruled the stars for thousands of years. Its fleets moved through space with confidence and pride. No enemy dared to challenge them. To the Empire, the galaxy was already conquered. On this day, everything was calm. Inside the main command ship, officers watched their screens in silence. Stars passed by slowly. Nothing unusual appeared on the sensors. Another normal patrol at the edge of known space. Then, a sharp sound broke the silence. An alert. A junior officer leaned closer to his screen. His hands began to shake. "Commander, we have an unknown signal." The commander frowned. "Unknown? From which species?" The officer swallowed. "That's the problem, sir. It does not match any known design." The screen changed. A dark shape appeared in deep space. It was massive, larger than any battleship the Empire had ever built. The ship did not glow. It did not move. It simply existed. Sensors tried to scan it. They failed. Energy readings made no sense. The ship had no visible weapons, yet its power levels were beyond logic. Space around it bent slightly, as if reality itself was under pressure. Fear spread across the bridge. "This is impossible," another officer whispered. "No race can build something like this." The commander stood slowly. His voice was tight. "Check the old archives, even forbidden records." Minutes passed. Then the junior officer spoke again, his voice barely audible. "Sir, there is one match." The room went silent. A theoretical design. Classified as impossible. He paused. A human warship. Laughter should have followed. Humans were weak, divided, primitive. They were pushed to the edge of the galaxy long ago. But no one laughed. The dark ship suddenly moved. Not fast, not slow, just enough to send one clear message. The Galactic Empire had made a terrible mistake, and the galaxy was about to change forever. Silence filled the command bridge. No one spoke. No one moved. Every eye stayed fixed on the dark ship floating in space. The words human warship echoed in their minds like a warning. The commander broke the silence. "Bring the historical records on screen." All of them. Holograms appeared around the bridge. Old data, old images, ancient reports. The story of humanity unfolded again. Humans were once small and divided. Their planets fought each other more than their enemies. They had weak ships and limited weapons. When the Galactic Empire expanded, humans were ignored. They were pushed away, left behind at the edge of known space. The Empire believed humans would disappear with time. They were never a threat, one officer said. They could barely protect their own worlds. The sensors screamed again. The human ship was charging something. Not weapons, not engines, something else. Long-range drones were launched to scan it. One by one, they moved closer. Then they vanished. No explosion, no signal loss. Just gone. A cold fear spread through the bridge. "This ship is not using force," the science officer said. "It is controlling the space around it." The commander clenched his fists. "Humans were not weak," he said slowly. "They were patient." More data appeared. Secret reports showed human behavior patterns. Humans learned from every loss. They adapted faster than any known species. They turned failure into strength. The Empire never noticed. The dark ship sent no messages. It did not attack. It did not retreat. It waited, as if it already knew the outcome. An officer whispered, "If humans built this, how many more ships do they have?" No one answered. Far beyond the bridge, the human warship remained silent, watching, waiting. And for the first time in centuries, the Galactic Empire felt truly afraid. The Galactic Empire could not wait any longer. The commander raised his hand. "Open a communication channel," he ordered. "All frequencies." A signal was sent into the darkness. There was no reply. Seconds felt like hours. The human ship stayed still, silent, untouched by fear. "Send a message again," the commander said. "Tell them they're inside Imperial space." The message left the ship. This time, a response arrived. Not loud, not threatening. Clear, A calm human voice filled the bridge. "You are too close. Move away." The officers stared at each other. The voice showed no anger, no fear, only certainty. "This is an Imperial fleet," the commander replied. "Identify yourself or leave." Silence followed. Then the human voice returned. "We have identified you. You are not prepared for what comes next." The warning was simple. The Empire did not listen. The commander gave a sharp nod. Fire a warning shot. Energy weapons flashed across space. Bright beams rushed toward the human ship. They stopped, not deflected, not destroyed. They simply froze in mid-space, like time itself had paused. Gasps filled the bridge. The weapon systems went dark. Power failed across the fleet. Navigation screens turned black. "Sir," an officer shouted, "we have lost control of all systems." The human ship finally moved. Space twisted around it. The stars bent. Distance lost meaning. The human voice spoke again. "This is not an attack," it said calmly. "This is restraint." The Empire's fleet was helpless, trapped inside its own powerlessness. The commander understood too late. Humans were not shouting. They were not showing strength. They were teaching a lesson. The human ship waited, giving the Empire one last moment to understand, because the next choice would decide the fate of the galaxy. The Imperial fleet was frozen in space. Engines were silent. Weapons were useless. Even emergency systems failed to respond. Thousands of warships, built to rule the galaxy, were now powerless. Inside the command ship, officers struggled to breathe. Panic filled the air, but there was no enemy fire, no explosions, no chaos, only control. The human warship drifted closer. Still no weapons, still no lights. Its dark surface reflected nothing, like space itself feared it. The human voice returned, calm and steady. "You cross into a protected zone," it said. "You ignored the warning." The commander stepped forward. His voice shook. "If you can destroy us, then do it. Why wait?" There was a pause. Then the human answered, "Because this is not how humans fight." Screens across the bridge changed. Every Imperial ship appeared on display, marked and outlined. Critical systems were highlighted in soft light. The science officer gasped. "They have complete access to our fleet." With a single silent command, the human ship acted. Across space, Imperial ships powered down one by one. No damage, no loss of life, just silence. The Empire's greatest fleet had been defeated without a single shot. The human voice spoke again. "We learned long ago that war is not about destruction," it said. "It is about control." Old memories surfaced in the Imperial records. Humans losing early wars. Humans watching stronger empires rise and fall. Humans adapting, improving, surviving. They did not forget. They prepared. The commander lowered his head. "What do you want from us?" The human ship stopped moving. "We want balance," the voice replied, "and we will enforce it." The stars seemed dimmer now. The Empire finally understood the truth. Human war was quiet, precise, and unstoppable. The Imperial command bridge was quiet. No alarms, no shouting, only the soft hum of systems slowly returning to life under human control. The commander stood still. For the first time in his career, he did not feel powerful. He felt small. "Why?" he asked. "You could have ruled the galaxy. Why hide for so long?" The human voice answered, calm and thoughtful. "Because power without understanding destroys itself." Images appeared on the Imperial screens. Human history unfolded in simple scenes. Worlds burning, cities falling, wars fought again and again. Humans were not born strong, the voice said. We were shaped by failure. They showed the rise and fall of ancient human nations. Each war taught them something new. Each loss made them smarter. Each mistake became a lesson. "We learned patience," the voice continued. "We learned restraint." The Empire watched in silence. The images changed. Other galactic empires appeared. Their mistakes were clear. Endless wars. Greed. Pride. Blind power. Every empire falls the same way, the human said. They believe strength alone is enough. The commander felt shame. The Empire had followed that path for centuries. We waited, the human voice said. We watched, we prepared. The human ship never moved closer. It did not threaten. It did not demand. Then the message came. You have a choice. The words were simple, but heavy. Continue as you are, the voice said, and humanity will isolate itself in the galaxy forever. A pause. Or choose balance. Choose cooperation. Choose restraint. The Imperial leaders exchanged silent looks. This was not surrender. This was judgment. The human ship powered down its system slightly, showing trust. The commander understood the moment. This was not the end of a war. It was the beginning of a test. And the galaxy was watching. The Galactic Empire made its choice. Slowly, the commander lowered his head. We accept, he said. We will change. The words were not spoken with pride. They were spoken with understanding. For a long moment, the human warship did nothing. Then the human voice returned, softer than before. Then remember this moment, it said. The galaxy does not need rulers. It needs balance. One by one, the Empire's systems were restored. Engines came back online. Communication returned. The fleet was free. The human ship began to move away. Wait, the commander said. Will we see humans again? There was a pause. You already have, the human replied. With that, the dark ship vanished, not by speed, not by force, but as if space itself closed around it. The Imperial fleet stood in silence. News spread across the galaxy within days. Powerful empires changed their borders. Fleets reduced their numbers. Wars were paused. Diplomats replaced soldiers. Everyone remembered the same lesson. Humans did not conquer the galaxy. They corrected it. In quiet corners of space, observers spoke in fear and respect. The name human no longer meant weak or forgotten. It meant patient. It meant prepared. It meant final. Far beyond known space, the human fleet watched in silence. Not to rule, not to dominate, only to protect balance. A human commander looked at the stars and spoke softly. We are not gods, he said. We are guardians. And the galaxy slept a little easier that night, because it had learned the truth. Never judge humanity by its silence. For when humans finally speak, the universe listens.